Hello, my name is Ozzie and welcome back to Metroid Prime. This is part 4 and we're going to be making our way to the next boss that's not too far away from here. We're just going to backtrack to the room with the giant tree here. And this is another room where you have to scan 4 rooms to sort of unlock the door to progress. So the first room is just here on the tree. And the second one is pretty much underneath where I was standing, in among those red sort of weeds. Those red weeds are similar to the weeds you've seen in the past, except those ones do hurt you. And if you're in North Ball, they can like knock you around and stuff. So you'll see how that can get in the way in a bit. There's just a wasp nest there that you want to take care of. There are a few in this room and it can be quite annoying to deal with. There's the third room, by the way. Wasps will keep spawning as you're making your way up before you can actually target the nests, so it is a bit annoying. But once you've located them, they're not too hard to deal with. This is me looking around because I don't actually remember exactly where they are. But those red weeds on the left there, they're an example of how they can be quite annoying. If those hit you while you're rolling through the tunnel, you'll actually fall out and fall all the way down to the bottom. So you want to try and retract the weeds and get through as quickly as you can. So just clearing up some more wasps. Using my charge beam to collect items, it sort of sucks them in. And there you go, you shoot them away, roll through as quick as you can, and those weeds don't stay down for very long. You do actually have to be pretty quick through there. And the last room is at the top here, just on the tree, and similar to last time, that will just make the next area accessible. I don't think you don't have to scan a 5th rune on the door. It just opens this time round. You get through here with a bomb. And now we just have to get through a combination of the vines and red weeds. And this exit will take us to the next boss. So this boss has 3 main attacks, I believe. One of them is like that big plant trail, and that just hurts you if you're standing inside it. Another one is it swipes with its sort of scythe-like arms. And maybe it's just those 2. I think it might shoot something at you as well, but I can't exactly remember. Oh, there you go. So it can also shoot things at you. All the attacks are relatively easy to avoid, and to defeat this boss, what you have to do is shoot those little solar dishes, like I just did. The boss will fall down, retract its sort of, I don't know, tentacle-like things, and allow you access to these tunnels. There are 4 of the tunnels, and you have to bomb all 4 of them. After each one, he resets with an additional solar panel that you have to take care of. So it starts with just 1, now I have 2. And the tunnel that you used to bomb him will be destroyed. So you want to be careful, in choosing not only which tunnel you go down at any given time, but also where you take care of the last dish. As you just saw, he can also knock them back down, so I have to go and take care of that again. If you shoot him enough, it will stun him, so right now he is just stunned, and that can buy you enough time to take care of the dishes. I'll now roll around to the opposite tunnel that I used before. That way the 2 remaining are in a good position and I don't have to worry too much about the placement of the solar panels. And what else haven't I really gone over? The solar panels themselves, you can either shoot them rapidly to knock them up, or a single charge shot will knock them straight up. So it's just a matter of avoiding his attacks, taking care of the beams, stunning him as appropriate, rinse and repeat. Now that this boss is defeated, the water in the area will be purified, so none of it is toxic anymore. I don't have to worry about falling in it. And this allows me to get the Varia Suit upgrade as well, as a reward for killing this boss, which allows me to go into areas of extreme temperature. So there's the Magmal Caverns, which is like a lava region. You can't go there without the Varia Suit, or you can, but you'll quickly die. And there's also like an icy area I forget the name of right now. But I've never actually been there without the Varia Suit upgrade. I'm not sure if you'd survive long enough to get there, because you have to go through the Magmal Caverns. But I'd imagine that the area there is, you know, sort of the opposite. It's too cold and you'd probably die there as well. But the main thing is you just pick this up so you can progress to the next areas and not have to worry about that constant damage. And I think you also get a bit of a sort of armor boost, and you take less damage from other attacks once you have this upgrade. So you just need to jump up here next. I had a little trouble for some reason. You should just be able to jump straight up, but it wasn't letting me. But now we progress through another couple of corridors. There's a new enemy just around here. It's like a sort of energy ball thing. They're attracted to any sort of shots that you're charging up, so you want to be careful of that. And these particular, there's different types of these enemies, but these particular ones just drop these little energy bombs that explode when they hit you or hit the floor. They're pretty easy to avoid. Sometimes they shoot them quite rapidly and they're a bit harder to avoid, but that one's straightforward. There are some new enemies crawling on the wall here that I'm just really trying to scan. I won't go into detail what they are now because we don't have to worry about them right now. But as you can see, I didn't have much success. Down the bottom here are 4 wasp nests. You can actually completely ignore them and just go on to the next room. But as I've mentioned earlier, I just have to kill things. So in this next room is an elevator that will take you down to the Magmal Caverns. Before I do that, I'm going to go on a bit of a detour to collect some upgrades. This will net me an energy tank and 3 or 4 missile expansion packs, so it's definitely worth doing if you're having a casual playthrough of the game. So this room contains the first missile expansion pack that I'll be getting. To get this one, you have to do a little trick with the multiple bombs. You have to use them to jump up to sort of greater height than you normally would, and it's just done by timing the bombs, which I'll sort of explain as I'm doing it. So this bottom one, we just clear the grate and use the bomb swap. The next one, we just have to bomb jump and then put a bomb at the top of our jump so that we can clear the grate, and then we get in. And for the next one, you'll place down a bomb, and then just before it detonates, you place another bomb, and then you place one at the top of your jump, and that allows you to get the extra height, as you just saw. And once all 3 of those are activated, that will unlock this middle area where the expansion pack is. Continuing down this way, there's a room with some detours that you can kill, and then as you go to the next door, it actually takes us back to the start of the ruins, but up on a ledge where the energy tank was sitting. We couldn't get that before. Now I'm going to jump down and start taking the path back to where we got the missile upgrade, and there's just a couple more expansion packs we can get along the way here. So once you're back in this room, it's a good idea to take care of the wasp nests, because you don't want wasps attacking you while you try to get the next expansion pack. You'll want to jump into this little sort of crevice in the wall, and you need to just take out this first rock before you can actually get to the expansion pack. Then you go up the stairs and you morph into this sort of main crevice. Form your way along, and you just keep going until you get to the end where the expansion pack is. So in this room, as well as the missiles I missed earlier, and miss again now because I just completely forgot about them until I was editing the video, there's this one here behind the wall, and I think that's expansion pack number 3 for this little detour. So that's 15 missiles I wouldn't have had otherwise. And I think that's the rest of all the upgrades, or whatever I'll be collecting. But we just continue on through the boss room where the missiles were, and this loops back round to where the elevator was. Now we want to go down into the magma caverns, as I said earlier. So whether you take the detour or not, you're going to end up at this point. This is the way you have to go to progress any further. And the next upgrade we're working on, I believe, is the boost ball, which I won't be getting this episode. In fact, I'm probably going to end this episode in the next save room, which is just around the corner. But you don't collect anything in the magma caverns just yet. You're just using this as a way of getting to the next area where you need to be. So in this corridor there's some shriek bats to watch out for, and then this is a save room where I'll be ending the episode. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.